The bald eagle's wing is tightly caught in wire, while the great horned owl remains partially trapped beneath fallen branches.
Nearby chicks remain confined inside a damaged nest, surrounded by debris that prevents safe movement or escape.
Repeated attempts to flap are unsuccessful as the wire restricts movement, increasing stress and potential injury risk.
The great horned owl attempts to push upward, but the weight of branches prevents any effective movement or escape attempt.
Continuous strain on the wing increases risk of injury, as repeated movement attempts worsen the entanglement.
With no immediate intervention, all birds remain trapped, marking the beginning of a critical multi-animal rescue situation.
The wire begins pressing deeper into the wing, increasing risk of injury as movement continues unsuccessfully. The owl attempts movement again, but shifting debris only increases pressure, preventing any effective escape attempt. The speckled thrush chicks attempt to move outward, but surrounding debris blocks their path, keeping them confined within the damaged nest.
Visible stress appears on the wing, indicating increasing strain as the entanglement continues without any successful release.
Imbalance occurs as the wire pulls downward, reducing stability and increasing exhaustion from repeated failed movements. Exhaustion forces the owl to pause again, conserving energy while remaining unable to escape from the debris.
A pause occurs as exhaustion peaks, leaving the golden eagle partially immobilized while still entangled within the tightening wire. Distant human presence becomes faintly noticeable, signaling the first possible chance for intervention in this escalating situation.
Rescuers arrive at the clearing edge, observing the trapped birds while maintaining distance to avoid causing panic.
Attention focuses on the eagle, as rescuers identify the wire entanglement and assess severity before approaching further. Visual signals coordinate attention toward the owl, recognizing multiple animals require sequential intervention within the same scene. Observation extends to the chicks, confirming they remain trapped within debris and require careful handling after primary rescues. Careful monitoring continues, allowing rescuers to understand movement patterns before attempting any direct physical intervention safely. A slow approach begins, minimizing perceived threat while closing distance carefully toward the entangled eagle. Positioning behind the eagle reduces stress, ensuring visibility remains controlled without provoking defensive reactions during approach. A second rescuer prepares near the owl, planning sequential removal of debris once the eagle is stabilized safely. Stabilization begins as gloved hands approach, aiming to control movement while preventing further tightening of the wire. Gentle restraint limits movement, allowing rescuers to maintain control and prepare for the first precise cutting action. The first cutting action is prepared, marking the transition from assessment to active rescue of the entangled eagle. The cutter begins closing on the wire, initiating the first precise cut while maintaining careful stabilization of wing. The first strand is cut successfully, slightly reducing tension and allowing minimal movement within the entangled wing. The cutter is repositioned carefully to another tight section, preparing for the next controlled cutting action. Stabilization increases slightly, ensuring the wing remains steady before applying additional cutting pressure to the wire. A second cut is completed, further loosening the wire and reducing restriction around the eagle's wing gradually. The wire begins shifting outward, indicating progress as tension decreases and movement becomes slightly more possible. A remaining loop continues restricting movement, requiring additional cuts before the wing can be completely freed safely. The cutter is positioned beneath the final loop, ensuring precise placement before initiating another controlled cutting action.
The final loop is engaged, with controlled pressure applied to complete the remaining cut around the wing.
The final cut releases all tension, freeing the wing from the wire and completing the primary entanglement removal. The first branch is lifted carefully, reducing pressure and beginning the gradual removal of debris trapping the owl. The wing is now free, though stiffness remains, requiring further assessment before allowing full independent movement. The larger branch is lifted gradually, requiring steady control to prevent shifting debris from collapsing back onto owl. Resistance increases as connected debris shifts, complicating the lift and requiring careful adjustment to maintain stability. Additional support is applied to surrounding branches, preventing collapse while maintaining the lifted position of the main obstruction. Additional support is applied to surrounding branches, preventing collapse while maintaining the lifted position of the main obstruction. Remaining debris near the wings is cleared, ensuring the owl can extend movement without obstruction or add pressure. Another forward push shifts debris slightly, reducing restriction and allowing the owl to move closer to full release. A remaining branch restricts full release, requiring precise removal to avoid reversing progress already achieved during extraction. With both larger birds freed, rescuers shift attention toward the confined chicks, preparing for their careful extraction.
The snowy owl becomes fully free, though slightly unstable, requiring immediate stabilization and assessment following the successful extraction.
The rescuer kneels beside the nest, assessing debris placement and planning careful removal without disturbing chicks. Loose debris is removed carefully, creating initial space while ensuring the chicks remain undisturbed within the nest.
Further clearing continues gradually, widening the opening and improving access while maintaining a controlled and steady approach.
The sparrow chicks begin shifting slightly, responding to increased space while remaining confined within the partially damaged nest.
The opening clears completely, providing direct access to the chicks and enabling the next stage of extraction safely. A careful reach begins, positioning hands to lift the first chick without causing stress or injury. The first chick is lifted steadily, maintaining support and ensuring minimal movement during extraction from the damaged nest. The process repeats as the rescuer reaches again, preparing to extract the remaining chicks one by one.
A final check confirms no remaining chicks, ensuring the nest area is cleared and safe from further hazards.
All rescued birds remain within controlled view as rescuers prepare to assess injuries and begin immediate care procedures.
Controlled movement is observed as the eagle flexes its wing, indicating gradual return of normal function.
Attention shifts to the owl, assessing posture and stability while monitoring for signs of fatigue or imbalance. The tawny owl adjusts its stance, demonstrating improved stability and readiness for gradual independent movement following release. The eagle is released carefully, stepping forward while testing balance and coordination after being freed from entanglement. The snowy owl follows with controlled flight, demonstrating stability and coordination as it departs from the rescue location. The chicks are relocated safely, concluding the rescue operation as all birds transition toward recovery and stable conditions.